Good morning, everyone. Music playing. I'm quite a way away, but I can still hear the neighbours blaring out. Right. What's dangerous in the Philippines? Someone asked a comment. Is it safe over there? Right, is it safe over here? It's really humid, very hot this morning. That's what's wrong with the Philippines as well. If you're a guy that likes to walk, mountain bike, likes to keep fit, don't come to a sugar island because there's nowhere to walk. So, right, what's my opinion? What's very dangerous here in the Philippines? The roads, dogs. Right, we normally eat a black dog. Coming home at night from Mercia, there's always a black dog, and he's black, and there's no lights coming down into Concilian, and we always have to swerve, even though I'm going very slow. I'm only doing 50 kilometres an hour. I always go slow when Joveline's on the back, and I don't really go that fast anyway. Black dog always runs out, or a white dog, or whatever colour. Anyway, he's been hammered. Saw him on the road not last night, couple of nights ago. The black dog is dead, he's been killed. But there's quite a lot of black dogs. And one of the great dangers here is, even in the daytime, you'll be going down the road, thump, and a dog just runs out from sugarcane. I took sugarcane, so being sugarcane here, and he'll just run straight across, and many a time I thought, wow, a couple of seconds earlier, bang, we'd have been dead, because we've been doing like 69, just under speed limit, 69, normally about 60 kilometres an hour, and that's one of the biggest dangers here in the Philippines. I'll get on to Cavite, but thank you for the comments, and actually, I think I sent a message to a chap, and he's in Cavite, and he's got a cafe. I actually thought that was Manila, near Eco Park. So, I thought that was Manila. Obviously it's not. You'll know a lot better than me. But, I must have passed your cafe, but I'll chat about. I'll get back onto Manila I'll get back onto Cavite very soon. So that's one of the biggest dangers here, really. Dogs on the roads, and the other big danger, cars, vans, lorries. And only last week, and it was late at night, well, it was about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, that's late at night here. So, pulled out from Joveline's mama's, went down the road, and there were a big sugarcane lorry in front of me. So I waited for him to go. I waited till he got to the junction, and I thought I should be okay to go now. And as soon as he got to the junction, then a lot of traffic came, and they were going straight down, and they were turning in. And I pulled up at the side of this lorry, and I didn't pull out because they're all going down this side, and they were all speeding. So I couldn't really pull out. And then they were coming this way as well, both ways, because I'm at the junction. So I'm stopping here at the junction. And only a car comes round the corner. It just come down, come onto it wrong. You're on my side of the road, so I'm sat here like an idiot. I'm sat here like this on motorbike. And he comes straight at me like that. And then he kept coming, and I just sat there and I'm going. And he decided to stop. And I thought, it must be a drunk driver. And he's on the wrong side of the road, and Joveline's going, don't stop. Well, Joveline can't ride a motorbike, but, and she doesn't really, she can read traffic now because she's learnt, but she can't read it fully because she don't ride a motorbike. And she's telling me to pull out. I thought, no, I can't pull out. I just can't pull out. There's a big lorry there and I can't see what's coming down side of the lorry. If I pull out, it'll be bang. So, one of the big dangers, drink driving. This is a drink driving culture. Everyone here drinks. Not everyone, so change your words. Not everyone. Lots and lots of people here drink they're drinking, they're smoking all night, they're really drunk, and then they're up next day, and then they're driving and they're speeding like crazy in big lorries, in vans. Don't get me wrong, there is some good drivers and riders, but you guys here in the Philippines, you know, you just don't, you really need to go and take a test. And even the police do it as well. They'll come down the road, right, and they just cut straight across. They come onto your lane. And I think, well, if police do it, everybody else is going to do it, really. You know, so you stood there in your lane, and they're coming across, and then they're coming, you know, you're here, and they're coming down this side when they should be coming past you and in. So that's another big danger. So the roads here are very dangerous because there's a lot of drunk drivers, and I'm sure drug drivers as well. You know, I'm not really going to go into drugs. It's not my forte. It's not my business. Drunk driving, you know, it's really very, very dangerous here. Okay, very dangerous. Is it safe over there? So that's the biggest ones here, in my opinion. Dogs on the road, dogs dead on the road. See that shark? You know, you'd be driving down the road, be a dog like that, be a really big fat dog, and he's dead in Miglet Road. And if he's a dark colour, wow, many a time when I actually go to Bacolod City, always see a dead dog on the road, always have to swerve if it's late at night. And like I said, I always drive. I don't drive slow. I drive about 50. If I'm in a good mood, I drive 60 kilometres an hour, and I'm petrol conscious, so I know exactly how fast I'm going. So I'm petrol conscious because of the budget. But thank you very much for the comment. You know, it's up to you guys if you want to raise some money to help me get back to England. Totally up to you guys. And I've got quite a little bit to think about, but I've had enough for immigration, and you know, I think I'm just going to cover this comment really, and the comment, but I'll be back on to Cavite. And you know, that's the big dangers here in the Philippines. Cars, drunk driving, because like I said, it's a drinking culture. You know, they drink all night, they're up in the morning, and they're still drunk. You know, even though they've been drinking for years and years, you know, they're still drunk. And a lot of you guys here, you know, you're like in your 30s, your 40s, but you're very, very, very old looking because you're always smoking and drinking. It ages you, right? Ages you very, very quickly. And it doesn't just age you, it kills you quickly as well. So that's one of the biggest dangers here. Right, is it safe in the cities? Not really. In the daytime it's quite safe in most cities. At night, is it safe in the cities? No, not really, in my opinion. I know a lot of you foreigners will maybe got a different opinion. And like I said, chatting to a guy, nice guy, used to live in Bacolod, is an English guy, and I said, do you think it's dangerous, Bacolod? Oh no, I used to come home late at night, quite a big fella, and he used to come home late at night, go and chat to his friends, have a drink, come back at early hours at night, in the morning, never had any trouble. But then I actually chat to another guy. I actually met this guy in immigration, you know, and he's knocking on 75, and you know, I was chatting to him. He's been here 20 years, he's married, he lives somewhere in Bacolod City, and I know his name, but like I said, I never mention names. And you know, I was chatting to him, and he said, near to where I live, there were a building, told me the name of the building. They've knocked the building down now and they've built on it. Well, what happened on that spare bit of land is Filipino girl got raped by five, right? How do we know it's 5? We'll work that one out. 5 guys raped her, then murdered her and killed her, stabbed her up. And then traffic. And listen, when I drive into Bacolod City, I am not joking. I'm watching the traffic. I watch my mirrors. I always look behind me. Both sides, I always do the lifesavers, and I get over, and I'm usually in a safe position. Then you get a motorbike who's cutting in front of you. Just ain't got a clue how to ride a motorbike. They just get on them and ride them. Like I said, there is some good motorbike riders. But you know, when you're cutting in front of people, that's not motorbike riding. It's like being a bit clever, arrogant, nasty. It's just a nasty gesture. And it's also a dangerous one. So, like I said, every time I go into Bacolod City, I'm not joking, nearly get killed. Every time I hate riding into Bacolod City. Cars, lorries, four-wheel drives at worst. They're just speeding over the speed limit. They're coming down, you know, they're cutting down side here. They must not like bikers. So if you come here, don't buy a motorbike, buy a tank. You should be okay. So it's really not safe, the roads. So in Bacolod City, I nearly got killed 3 or 4 times. Not 3 or 4 times, I'm not joking. I've been about 50, 60, 100 times to Bacolod City. I nearly get knocked off bike and I nearly get killed every time. And I'm an experienced car driver, motorbike rider. And I'm always looking, like I said. I never pull in front of people. I give way. If people don't move, then I'll move. You know, so it's a very, very dangerous culture, because it's a drink driving culture here in the Philippines. Everyone, not everyone, but you've got me drift. A lot of people drink and then they drive and ride. And that's why I think a lot of people get killed as well. Plus, you know, they just don't know how to ride a motorbike properly and safely on a road. They just get on a motorbike and ride it. So anyway, back to Bacolod City. Girl gets killed and raped. Girls being raped and murdered, thrown in sugarcane fields here in Bacolod. And you know, I think, well, people don't seem to think Bacolod's. A lot of people think Bacolod's very, very safe, and if you actually say something about Bacolod City, oh really, oh no, and they sort of like shrub it off, but they know it's happening. Guy pulls up to a stop. Police officer, road traffic, I think he was a police officer directing traffic, and this guy's gone through in his car, and police officer or road traffic's run after this guy in his car, and he's had to stop because there was traffic. And he said, "Sir, you've gone through a red light, you've gone through a red stop. Please pull over." And guy's got out, bump bang, and he's beat him to death with his fist, killed the officer, and he got caught. And I got told he only did about 2 years for killing that officer. Punched him to death, right? Punched him to death, going through a stoplight, red light, you know, and just instead of just pulling over and so, "I'm sorry, sir," blah blah blah. But you know, is Bacolod City safe? Is the Philippines safe? Well, yes, in my opinion, it's quite safe. But, you know, we'll get to Cavite. Sooner or later we'll get to Cavite. But it's quite a funny one, is it safe? At night it's not very safe, no. And I've been walking through Bacolod City at night, and I mentioned this before. We got lost. Officer said, "Sir, you shouldn't be in the city. You're a foreigner. You should, sir, it's not very safe for you." "Okay, thank you very much, sir." And we've gone to find his way to Libertad. And when I went to Mascara, I went to Mascara a couple of years ago. I've made videos on YouTube, and I've been walking down these dark streets off of Libertad. And, you know, when I'm walking down these dark streets, "Hey, oi, hey, hombre, hey, such and so, you know, sir." And I think, no, I don't think so, and I won't go. The guys are shouting you, "Hey, Joe." You know, I thought, no, Joe's a bit busy. and I won't walk down there. And because I know I can see what they are, the drug addicts, the dangerous, I can see what they are. And it's a very lonely place, so I don't stop. If anyone shouts me, I just carry on walking. And I'm with Jovelyn, of course, so I always make sure Jovelyn's safe. And, you know, we went to SM, and we come back from SM, it was quite late at night. And it's very, very near SM. And Jovelyn has not been out of the house. You know, I ride all over this place. Starting to rain, brilliant. So I ride all over here, you know, round here, round Murcia, you know, San Carlos, all over this island. You know, there's a lot of places I haven't been to, but I actually ride about. And now Jovelyn knows this place way before. You know, she only knew 100 yard up road, and she didn't know some streets in Murcia, you know. So you can imagine she's not been anywhere really. So what happened was, come out to SM, we couldn't find a good parking spot. So in SM we had to go right down to the bottom bike park. And then it's red hot walking into SM. And we parked the bike there. I think our bike were one of the last bikes there. I think they're on it, security's bike, what were there. And we got his bike, and Jovelyn said, oh, go this way, go on there and turn that way. I says, well, that's not way to go. Go on here and up there. And I said, that's way. No, I know where it is. I used to work here. So we went where she said, and then we're heading back towards the SM. Then we took a wrong turning where Jovelyn said, go up here. And it went to like a river, and it went to near the docks. Wow, there were a lot of shady guys there. And I noticed that straight away. I thought, oh, and I stopped, and all these guys came walking towards us, probably dealers. So I spun bike round and I shot out of there, and Jovelyn went, wow, don't go down there anymore, that were a bit dangerous. So, is the Philippines dangerous? Well, like I said, not really. So, you know, just don't walk around the cities at night, but it's your choice. So, you know, lot of things going off here, you know. Oh, really, guys, you just never know what's going off. And I haven't really mentioned it, but, you know, a lot of guys are on Shabu as well. So, you know, I don't know. I know that's a crazy one. So, you know, if you're drugged up as well, you know, I mean, not so long ago, I was riding to Jovelyn's mother's. We're going into Murcia. This is in Murcia. And every day there's a motorbike accident in Murcia. Someone gets hurt. And I'd just come from Plaza. We'd done a bit of shopping, come from Plaza, went down the road, and like I said, I don't cut across, went down the road and onto my road. I didn't come down the road and go up wrong side of the road and cut across, you know. And there was a bike at this side, and he pipped, and I pipped back, so I didn't know what he was pipping. I thought, well, what's he pipping at? Why is he going down the wrong side of the road and coming over towards me? And he pipped, so I pipped back, and then he started to give it a lot of lip, and then I started to give it some lip, and I pulled over, and I was getting off bike, and he was stood in road on his bike. When I got off bike, he shot off. I thought, what was that about? So, is it dangerous? One of the most dangerous things here is the roads, and you got road rage as well. Now, I watched on Facebook, Jovelyn said, wow, look at this on Facebook, and there was a guy, and he'd got a shirt on, so that tells me, it don't tell me he's a car driver, it could be a motorbike rider. He's got a shirt on, and I didn't know full story, and what's happened is, you'll see it on Facebook, all these bikers, 5 on them, got off motorbike, and I saw it on video, and they're all punching him, and he's running off this guy, and he's trying to protect himself, and they're all punching him. And Jovelyn says, why don't he fight back? I says, probably not a fighter, not everyone can fight, and he probably don't want he just, you know, he's just not a fighter. And he were getting a good battering bit, looks on it, so he were getting punched, didn't see all the video, don't know what happened. Well, it turns out it were road rage, so I don't know if cars pulled in front of motorbikes. I don't know what's happened. Somebody's walking across field, I don't know who it is. Might be one of the girls going into sugarcane. So, you know, anyway, next minute they're punching him and he goes down, pulls it out. Bang, 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 bang. Shot 5 on him. And he also, his girlfriend were videoing it. What these guys beating him, video, so girlfriend were videoing it. And he shot his girlfriend by mistake in crossfire. And as soon as he realised he shot his girlfriend, he picked her up and he put her in the car. And he got stopped with police. And he shot them all. And everybody on Facebook said it was self-defence, it was self-defence. In England, you'd have got life imprisonment for that. Yeah. You know, I mean, like I said, I wasn't there. I saw video, but I cannot still make an opinion. The guy he shot them all. And he didn't kill them all, but he shot them. And he also shot his girlfriend. Oh, it's not. Just looking who that is. Anyway, I can see what it is. It's the lady, it's her sugarcane. I think she's doing sugarcane. Right, I'll make it brief because, like I said, not a lot of storage. So, is the Philippines safe? Yes, I've said it again. Well, you have to work it out, don't you? You know, there's a lot of murders, a lot of killings. And it's not just the Filipino guys that are doing the murders and killings. And there is a lot that's going off. You know, you're going to Manila, it's common to find a dead body or an hand or a leg, you know, in garbage. It's a common thing. And what were I going to say now? I'm going to actually chat about something.